We still have slaves though, like everyone working minimum wage. And I was just talking to someone named Abraham. Shout out to Abraham if you're watching. I was just talking to Abraham on last week. He was doing an assessment, one of my services that I have to do. And
Also,
he was like, it's it's a huge problem that nowhere in this country can
yeah,
a minimum
problem
wage
of
job
there
worked full time pay a rent.
problem.
There's nowhere in the country where the rent, like the lowest median rent for a
Hungary.
one-bedroom apartment, could be covered by a minimum wage salary or like minimum
Miriam
wage
light papi rawat.
rate of pay. That's crazy. You could work 40 hours a week and still not be able to pay a one bedroom apartment. That's crazy. I don't know anything about this. Um, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Um, yeah, I don't
Like
really
me,
want
maja
to.
room पर से.
When I get on here and I try to share experience, like there are a lot of different subjects that I know about that I would love to like talk about, but I don't want to
मैं
do
वही क्या
so
सही
in a
नहीं.
capacity that's adversarial or like argumentative. I want to do so in a way that's thoughtful and intelligent. And I feel like there's just too many um, topics that I could do fantastic at
क्या
in
नहीं कर
speaking
मुंडो.
about. Primarily, you know, public service, employment, nightlife,
आज अपना
hospitality in many various ways, parenting,
money क्या
um,
होता है.
parenting teenagers, parenting babies. I've been like the parent
Baby
forever.
क्या रखा होता है.
When I was 13 years old, 12 years old, 11 years old, 10 years old, I was babysitting all the kids because I was the oldest kid in my mom's like friend group. So I've been the babysitter since I was literally a child. And then I had my first daughter at 19 years old. And I've been having children. I had
Definitely.
19 and then again at 20, no, 19 I got pregnant, 20 I had my daughter, 21 I got pregnant with my son, had him at 22, got pregnant with my third daughter at 25 and had her at 26. Got pregnant with my son at 36 and had him at 37. And in between there were two pregnancies, a twin pregnancy, rest in peace, Ruby and Rafa. When I was 35, I lost to twin pregnancy, December 26, 2023 at 18 weeks.
हाँ तो
And
न्यू
then
न्यू.
one other one in between Viviana and Lewis, my oldest son and my oldest daughter. So
Maroon.
pretty much my whole entire life has been dedicated towards caring for others
अरे
in
ये
some
किसको
way.
मारे.
You always think that like, oh gosh, it's just so hard, you guys.
इधर नहीं इसने.
There's a humongous fly on the outside of my window and
नहीं
it
इधर
is
नहीं इसने.
out, seriously. I don't,
मैं
there's tons of things I
मैं
could
मिल
talk
से
about, like name dropping things like celebrities that
इधर
I've
से
hung
मारूं
out
पैर से.
with or athletes that I've
तो
spent
क्लास
time
हो
with,
गई हो जब तक
you
बोलो
know,
मत.
or politicians who I've met or, hung out with, or, oh God, another one of those humongous bugs. But I just, like I said, I like my conversations to be thoughtful and constructive, not adversarial and cutting and disrespectful and rude. So you have to have the right audience. I think that a lot of like the sense that people make or don't make has to do with the audience. Like too much so. It's the law of averages. You'll be the fifth of five. If you sit in a room full of dummies for the longest, then you'll be a dummy. If you sit in a room full of geniuses for the longest, then you'll be a genius, period. And that's the way it goes. Um, Howie the Crab. I've almost spoken not at all about myself, but you can die. Confirm.
Naked Steve.
No,
Esta
I prefer to let them speak. Like, I absolutely would prefer to let them speak because then I can block them and they're not a problem for the rest of
compliant.
forever. You see how that works?
No,
If someone moderates this, then those people continue to have access to me. I'd rather just one comment and it's over with. Like, as simple as that. Oh, hello to your daughter, JM. Um, That's absolutely disgusting. So, you guys know I used to sell sexy content and I evolved my brand into statement modeling. And one of my like biggest campaigns was for children. And I did a campaign called Tech for Kids,
no te
where
quería foder na.
TV friends who have tech shops were collecting cell phones and electronics, laptops, etc., and so forth, refurbishing them and then giving them to children who needed them, donating them to various, fundraisers and things of that nature, selling them for profit and using the money, and tons of other things like that. And some like creep stole my tag GoPro Solo and put a picture of my earlier days Coca Pumpkin Booty on the profile picture and named it GoPro Solo Kids. Like, what kind of like weirdo do you need to be to steal my handle, put a picture of my butt, and then add the word kids afterwards? Like, what are you on right now? That it's just reckless and it's not hurting me. You're hurting a lot of others. No. So I don't know. I just decided that I would continue to participate because I made $11 just here talking to you guys. I don't want to play with you, Sandor. I keep losing. I don't want to play to lose. I don't like that. That sounds like a dumb game. No, thank you, sir. Um, but yeah, I made $11 in two discussions. So I was like, maybe if I just get on here every single day, how do I like remove this guy? Go away. How do I get him out? Sandor, get yourself out. Have a good day, sir. Get yourself out. Get yourself out. I don't know how. Please. I don't know how to get this guy out. Do you guys know how? Um, okay. I know you know how, Sandor. Will you please get yourself out of here? Let's see. That's okay. Hold on. What the hell? What language does he speak? Um, I have no idea how to do this. I look sad. I don't like it's so bogus.
Tant.
Well, I'm not battling with him. I'm trying to like turn it off and I don't know how. Maybe it's the little house. No, it's not. What are these? You guys, what are these? I know nothing about Twitter. I mean TikTok. I use Instagram, Snapchat. I can't even go on Snapchat anymore. Whoever these people are who are oppressing me like won't even allow it. And I'm so great with Snapchat.
Shaky no shaky.
I have no idea how. Yeah, a long time ago. So how do I get it off? Oh, I see.
the milk.
I have no idea what's going on here, you guys. I have no idea. I'm trying so hard to get this thing out and I can't get it out. Um, I wish that I could, Natalie, or whatever your name is, Natalie. Thank you for that offer, but no, I can't because I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, at the end of the day, anything could happen. And it is the month of June, and we're here in 2024 acknowledging that most of us have been victimized tremendously, and that the world is not set up for us to
Powerful.
lead. It is set up for us to become reliant on others. And I read this book about St. James Cathedral. And in this book, it talks about literally the earlier in 1900 something, no one owned anything. No one owned anything. Everything was just fair game. Like people built on land and said, "This is my land," and they didn't have to buy it. They just took it. Now we live in a world where everything is taken, and the people who took it for no money, but they're selling them for millions. And that's the slavery. So on Juneteenth, when we celebrate the supposed end to slavery, I just want to also acknowledge that we have this really fucked up system in place of real estate, where rather than recognizing that we have more than enough living spaces for everyone to have multiple, we oppress people and like make people spend their lifetimes paying on a mortgage that they'll never even be able to catch up with, and encourage everyone to be an advocate for universal basic income.